Now two flags fly above my land that really sum up how I feel. One is the colors that fly high and proud, the red, the white, the blue. The other one's got a rattlesnake with a simple statement made. Don't tread on me is what it says, and I'll take that.
Hey y'all, Big Bub here from Big Bub Outdoors. Been a while. Today is August 8th. I haven't posted any videos really. Working a lot. Jonesy's been working a lot. Working on houses, working on vehicles. Been kind of a crappy year for us. For hunting and fishing wise. Deer season's coming up. We're getting everything ready for that, so there's not going to be a whole lot more fishing. Might have a video next weekend for you. We're going to do a charter boat.
Yeah, my dad's coming in town and paying for it.
Got to check with the captain if I can actually video or not. If not, there will be a small intro video and then we'll do some still pictures. But we're on the Wabash. Pulled out some of the frozen bait that we had, some shad and carp. We ran way up north, farther than we normally have ever ran, to try something new. And this is our first morning fish in ever since we've had the boat. It's just now going on just past 9 o'clock. We got here a little after 8. We've been cruising the river for about an hour.
Yeah,
So
slow rolling, checking the fish finder.
Yeah, playing with the new fish finder. We got some nice hits off the back of the boat here, right back here. And then over here we had a bunch of schools of shad and whatnot. And we had some nice hits of fish over here by this log. So we're going to try this log jam out and see what happens. If nothing happens today, then this is going to be a quite short video. I haven't really been posting any of the videos because we ain't been catching on the few times we did go out. So, but I'm going to go ahead and post this one anyway, because I haven't posted in forever, it feels like. So,
Like a month and a half.
Yeah, something like that. Since the I'd say since the kayak trip. I think that was the last one. I think that was the last video I did that I actually posted. So, catch y'all here in a little bit, and we'll see what we can do. Y'all see that? So today's gonna make we're gonna say this is a blooper video. All right. Y'all notice I ain't got a hat no more. I didn't have shoes until about 10 minutes ago. What happened? We were anchored up where I'd started the video at, and I'd got a hell of a bite on this pole right here. Or no, it was this one. So I had a good bite on this pole right here. It was laid across here. It yanked this direction. It yanked out and went that way. So I handed the rod to Jones so he could mess with that fish, because you see that broken rod holder? My Chris Flores rod, which is right here, was in it, and it had doubled over, and I was sitting in my chair right here. Well, I leaned to get that one out, and this one here that Jonesy was fighting, that was on the back side, is here on the back side of the boat, was pulling, and it popped the anchor loose. So it was going that way as I got a hold of that Chris Flores rod out of the rod holder. All of a sudden that fish pulled, and I had it in one hand, and I was leaning way backwards, and it swung my body around like that, and I went over the boat. I almost sunk Jones's boat. I broke that rod holder, caught it going out, and lost my hat and my Crocs. Luckily Crocs float. My hat got full of water and sunk, so I think I still have a couple Big Bub Outdoor hats. I'm not for sure. I think I gave them all away to everybody, and I only kept that one for myself. But I'll have to see. I think I still have my old orange one though. But I got ripped out of the boat. We were anchored up in what, 14 foot of water?
Yeah.
We're anchored.
Actually, 12.2 by the time the anchor settled.
and 12.2 by the time the anchor settled. We started in a 14-foot hole and kind of drifted away from it and found a nice spot that wasn't as brushy to anchor up, and we was fishing that brush. And we was using shad and pork liver, or not pork liver, pork fat. And the one that took off that Jones had a hold of had shad on it, and the one that went over the other way, the Chris Flores rod, had pork fat on it. And when I went over, needless to say, I did not lose my rod. I had to make a decision. Jonesy's boat was sinking. I handed him my pole, and I had him, the fish kept pulling me under the water, trying to hold on to the rod and swim. So I handed Jones the rod, and I told him to cut the line. Because the boat was over full of water, it was taking on water. And that was with me trying to hold the fish and hold on to the side.
It was up to the top of this freaking
12-volt
plug here.
It was all the way up there. And that was with me holding on to the side and having to hold the pole. So I gave Jones the pole, told him to cut the line, and I swam to a downed tree about 20 feet from the boat. And we cut my Mountain Dew bottle open. There's the top of it. And I had him sit, and I messed my back up. I hit that damn rod holder hard. But I had him just scoop the water out, and I swam over to that log. And even though that water was 12 feet underneath that log came up out, and it was sturdy. And I found a branch that come off of it that would hold my weight. And I climbed up on that branch, and then I got up, had Jones bring the boat close, and then I climbed up onto the big log, and then got back in the boat after we got enough of it paddled out. And then we took off downstream looking for my shoes. Needless to say, we found them. Probably ruined everything in my wallet. The reason the phone and recording's all good, I'm gonna tell you now. Where's that little holder at, Jones?
Right over here by your wall.
I'm gonna show you these things. This is best. Jonesy bought this for me. Didn't you buy this one?
No, I think
Dustin bought this. Jonesy or Dustin bought this? I think you're right. I think Dustin bought this. I think they paid like $5 or $6 for this at Academy. And I tell you what, my fishing license is not wet, and neither is my phone.
And it was underwater.
And I hit bottom, like my feet had touched the bottom of the river there at that 12-foot. So this is kind of my blooper video. I've never had that happen to me before. I've never had a fish spin me out. It was just the right circumstances of where all the weight was.
One side, one tugging on the other.
One pulling one way, one pulling the other, and where the weight was situated in the boat. When I got that rod free, I was already leaned way over because I was leaning backwards to get to it like this. And when I got it out of the holder, it went like that, and out I went. I mean, nothing I can do about it.
We're left with a full tank. We still got a full tank.
But the new motor's running good. That was nice. We did have some nice bites. Had some fun. At least the water wasn't cold. It felt pretty damn good.
85 degrees according to the fish finder.
Popped back up, and like I said, I held on to the side and trying to fight that fish, and I had to make the decision to cut the line or lose the boat. So we cut the line. That way I could let go of the boat and swim to the shore so Jonesy could pail out the water so he didn't lose the boat. I feel real bad that, you know, I had to end our fishing trip because I fell out of the boat and got hurt. Scared the hell out of me. I ain't gonna lie to nobody. I kept my composure. It ain't my first time, you know, falling out of the boat. That was the first time falling out of the boat holding on to a rod that was pulling. I've went after rods before and pulled them back in, but I ain't never had one that every time I tried to move, it would yank me back under the water. It took every ounce of my body to get that pole back to Jones.
You didn't break the base or nothing.
And break the base. Look, I want to show y'all something. I'm here to vouch. I am 270 fucking pounds, and I want to vouch for these Steve Douglas's monster rod holders. Jones can tell you what version they are.
This is the 045.
Okay.
Allen.
I hit this. As you can see, that is broken.
It's not. It's the screws are bent. That's all it is.
I bent the screws.
I'm gonna get new screws and JB welded.
But literally, I hit this with my back, and it hooked onto my pants, and I took this clean over, and that's what put all the water in the boat, is that I was hooked on this rod holder. And Steve, buddy, I know that, you know, everybody and their brother uses your rod holders, and everybody preaches your rod holders, my man, that they hold up big fish, and you ain't gonna lose a fish or a rod in one of them holders. If 270 pounds hits that with full shear force, dead weight, and I can't break it off the boat, you're not gonna mess up these rod holders, fellas. Get you set.
I got the 3345 too.
I can't have words. I know that rod holder is what basically almost sunk the boat because I got hooked to it, but I wasn't letting go of that pole, and that rod holder is what kept me close enough to the boat so I didn't lose my Chris Flores rod. I went all the way CatCon the year that he brought them out just to buy one and have him sign it. That's how much that rod meant to me. I wasn't going to lose it. I'm upset that I did have to cut the line though, because that fish was still on there when I handed it to Jones. But the problem was the boat was sinking.
I had both poles tugging at me.
He had both poles, and I told him I had to make the decision. I said, the boat's more important, cut both lines. There was nothing we could do. I can't.
I'd have put him down the rod holder and escape water out.
I just,
That way it wasn't that
well,
big.
I didn't think about just setting them back in the rod holder after it was all said and done. I was worried about the boat sinking.
I know.
And them damn poles.
I didn't think about that till just now either. My first thought was, oh crap, the boat's about underwater.
Yeah, the boat was on. I mean, it was taking on water because
Like I said, you can see how much room there is. It was the top of that 12-volt plug was underwater.
It was right here.
Yeah.
It was right there. The water was, and it was taking on more with me trying to hold on to the side. So I had to get that pole in, and I had to get away from the boat. The river, luckily, is only at like 4.6 feet. So the current wasn't too bad. I was actually able to swim in a straight line. I did angle my body to swim downstream, but hell, I basically swam straight across. So that's my video, y'all. Stay tuned, and maybe next time we'll have some fish. I know next weekend, like I said, we're going on a charter boat down on Lake Monroe fishing for stripers.
Bass, stripers, and wipers.
Bass, stripers, and wipers is what we're going for next weekend. Like I said, I have to talk to that boat captain and make sure that he'll let me video. But I appreciate everybody for watching. Love you guys. But I'm going home and I'm going to go sit down. I hurt pretty bad. So I'll catch y'all later.